Said the grand plan made her do it, huh?
Next time.
Hey, you there! Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further. It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. It's an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere style. Shout. Perchance a glance at me with these. They know that I'm a VIP. It's a Wentworth stout, and it says with pride that I'm a one top bonafide. In any crowd, I'm sure to stand out with an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere stout. That's Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout.
Casting for street shows across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Has it the Sovereign is missing in action.
Whoa. Didn't realize we were landing so close to the action.
We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Long day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's consul has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP. His muscle seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Now, on to other things. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat. Like this.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive.
Wow. This station's sure gone to scrap since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Found down in a sewer.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Right, Chris, you really gotta try 'em.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before.
Day 206.
Best not to think about it.
Morale, low. Condition, feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate?
The orderful, incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you tottering rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both
You are
sides.
running
In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding. Your departure in the future.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product
The
endorsement.
plan can wait.
Is
Our lines will run. When subjects arrive to their trans.
may have heard that Auntie knows better than nature. Auntie offers over 1,000 different products in over 100 different brands.
Nature offers disease predation, pestilence, and nasty little biting insects.
What does nature know? Auntie knows best. Choose Auntie's choice. Oh,
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's mercy and meet with that added Bassard mission.
in my eyes.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy king. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected. She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She's in agony. Hurry, please. We must hurry, or I... Thank you.
With their proprietary whisker extraction, pulverized bones used to dragon crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action. Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy woolly... That's right. Nothing but instant, soft serving, All right, enough yapping. Time is this. Back to the factory floor. From snap to tail, it's all included. It is the worst. It's extremely unpacked.
Raring to go.
To my tummy, who knew meat could taste so yummy? Worst, oh, worst, it's not the worst. Unless worst, grab a can today. Don't be a shirker, don't be a slob. Grab a can and get back on the job with Boar's Worst. Boar's Worst. It's not the worst unless it's Boar's Worst.
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these rifts. Arcadia's yaysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the world.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could be leveraged in negotiations or to gatekeep trade routes. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, think of it. That's your job, BPs. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction is the mother of invention, after all.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramiculars.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
If we found... And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate, to show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. They must be exceptionally pleased with the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy. Numbers here are pretty compelling. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her, then back to it,
Auntie's choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created.
Law. I haven't seen this many folks
My
crammed
soup
together
is
since
with
recalled
soup,
libations night at the
has
thruster.
bread. Some people think
Smells about the
soup
same,
doesn't
too.
qualify as a meal. Those people are incorrect and rude.
More merry melodies.
There is an art to cooking. Alas, I am a man of science.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. Oh dear, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for perhaps some other time we can debate the theoretical complexities involved.
What happened to this place? Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright. I predict that the worst is behind us.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse. Oh, new arrivals. Of an independent operative nature, one presumes. Did the abbot assign you to help? So you are an independent operative. My estimations were largely correct. Infrastructure requests from the displaced exceed present resource capacity. Or, beyond me, more to the point, I am simply one person, impossibly stretched thin, and unable to attend to the needs of the displaced. Why, yes. And here I assumed I was speaking to a, no offense, layperson. Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone? Excuse me, but the intricate dance of the cosmos is anything but shady. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Furthermore, and I quote, An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator, as was foretold? I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. Feel free to speak with the voice of the displaced herself. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. Many people around camp support or object to our methods.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81%. Well, if the Archivist said so. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. That they are appreciate.
By the law, it's you.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fair.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them. My thanks, stranger. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with med. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all. Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I...
It's Auntie's. It's Auntie's choice. Auntie's the best dish.
At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, here Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals.
Valued underlings, your Auntie Cleo needs to spark some combustion under a few listless posteriors. Listen in dreadful anticipation to my latest demotions report, starting senior copywriter in invasive marketing. Hearing was a bit too Tau Ceti for the vibrant Arcadian market. You've gone stale. We can't exactly skip drive you back home, so you're demoted to Assistant VP of Vending Stock. Let's see if you can keep the Sprat crisps fresher than your advertising copy. Next, Russell Crocker in Morale Management. Dress code for everyone's benefit, Russ. No shoes, no smock, no hull-side office with an Elysium view. Wear something nice and solvent-proof for your new role as Executive Drainage Manager in Recreant Reclamations and Artificial Additives. Remember, dress for the job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic for Auntie's management, I'd like to highlight Assistant Waste Disposal Officer Potter Flanderbilt for a job not well done. The only airlocks fit for trash disposal are those far from my office. Nothing ruins a view like a constellation of Sistybits bags. Now you're the assistant.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over sensible? Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is dedicated. A single-minded one. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our prediction. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow? Matriarch's Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. Why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. Well, I...
110%. Everything you ever hoped to be.
We need to help the folk at Opportunity, Commander. Point the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role, and ignore all toll. Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. We've got an improved outlook, a revolutionary corporate guidebook with a fresh new Cadman surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are blue and upper runners are winning. So shortly you and I will all get rich.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Oh, a visitor? Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order projection. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them, but I'm not complaining too loud.
If all else fails, kill the bastards. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess. They think you'll retreat, but that's when you press. The game is cutthroat, so be a cutthroat.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called...
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as... You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. May Huffstetler. Formerly Auntie's Choice. Department of Invasive Marketing. That's what those in the order call me, leastways. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turned those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. Though, admittedly, it's a difficult way to make friends. The Order's not exactly fond of me, happy as I am to make your acquaintance. I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
This is how you climb.
Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their prediction. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to. Oh, so that's how it is. You're the mediator that was foretold. The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is coming to the exclusion zone at any second. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. And this camp keeps us safe from the war. And I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. What does the administrant want? To shut me up? To discredit me? I don't know what the administrant's game is. Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why we need the exclusion zones open. Huh. I didn't realize we were negotiating. You'll get your little bribe once you rule in my favor.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation...
I banged him up real good for you, didn't I?
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago.
You used at least 2 words I ain't sure I know.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it?
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence.
Word to Wise, don't accept anything here that's given for free. You'll pay, one way or another.
You strike me as the upstanding sort.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka. Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful. Idle browsers will be escorted from the premises.
Purple berry crunch, spelled with a K.
reason wireless-free Arcadia exists. Advertising. Your co-worker rival gets sleepy after consuming a full midday.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate, or that's my air you're breathing. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fight. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument, but frankly, it's never anything of consequence. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh?
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no stand-in.
Show your workers shove off. Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. What about close quarters?
Just be grateful.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then. Well, ain't this healthcare in a nutshell? If it's bits you want, you can partake of what I scrounged together on account of folks taking pity on. You have my gratitude, stranger. I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You too. Algorithmic dissonance?
I miss my... How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face. Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional. Clearly you don't suffer from imposter syndrome. Have it your way then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory. So, watch yourself. Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation...
The grand plan is to pair it by calculating the position of every atom of the universe. We can predict...
My time is yours. You may
or banquet event, they have everything you need in one place. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
The flavor that lasts and the taste you can't.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help?
The very last. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. The rich tobacco sweet at the end. What more?
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made... Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests. Besides, to put it gently, but with effort, patience, and collaboration, I am confident that Matriarch's...
Since the schism,
The Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings. Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
Keep your behavior except under parameters.
No place to scrap back
Looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life?
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help. However, I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for. Thank you. We should move on, unless you've got something for me?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
Invaders.
If we factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables,
Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's Choice.
we start to grasp the potential range of
You
disruption.
just keep your distance.
Oh, my noggin sure is sore.
Untoward attack on outpost opportunity. Herbert Feld from the Department.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
I could use a break from fighting injustice.
Retribution against the perpetrators of this act. Such tactics are expressly
What
prohibited.
caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar. We saw that.
The duties of an administrator never good. As with probability, there is an art to mediation.
Yet before you begin taking pot shots at presumed wrongdoers, I urge caution. For now, with a prodigious degree of bluster and ample teeth gnashing. Local Order of the Ascendant representatives claim no responsibility and insist they are working to identify the culprits with the utmost urgency. Do we believe them? Perhaps. Do we trust them? Even less than we trust ourselves. It goes on like this for at least 10 more pages. Skipping ahead, more bluster.
Friends, neighbors,
Isolation,
while you shelter in Matriarch's.
There's an extended metaphor about a tramicular and
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
attempting to survive. Maintain great levels of respect outrage. Don't shoot anyone yet. That's an order. More on this topic as it develops. Now, on to other things. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair
Liquidate them!
To turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch. It's quite the branding feat.
Little pick-me-up for you.
Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch. A sandwich made with crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab witch. It's the sandwich you want to eat.
sense target.
Crabble doesn't have to be a threat to consume, but eat it for retreated and you'll end up dead soon. Don't try to make your own Crabble repast. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last. So leave first Crabble to your favorite ant. It's better once it's passed through her industrial plant. Wild Crabble's fine for a lubricant. If you heard you can't eat 'em, yup, it's true you can't. Crab witch, consume at your own risk. Crab witch, it tastes almost decent. Crab witch, sandwich you want to eat. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements. This is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice. Auntie, when are you going to have a sale?
My dear child, every day is a sale at Auntie's Choice.
Yes, you heard that right. Every day is a sale when you're shopping for the best products at the lowest prices. Auntie knows you want to spend your bits on the
Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an... This is the Order's anti-air Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an active war.
Do you know it's the best price? Because Auntie knows best.
Okay, back to business. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Take a tough day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret. When you drink Purple Berry Tequila, make the most of what you are. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink Purple Berry Tequila.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk, I'd like to believe that. I went through this myself when Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? In all my years, I ain't encountered... I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange. Well, anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, appreciate you hearing me out.
My apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
episode of Big Gain Hunter, we take you to the battle-worn planetoid of Eden, where Auntie's invasion is currently in process.
I'm Chris Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity.
And/or miscellaneous
Every
unspeakable
episode,
danger.
I focus on a different species to tell you the risks. Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Oh, don't spill a drop of that arachnid discharge. And what each animal brings to the table.
Hello?
Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you.
Yes?
But what
Did the
doesn't
missive
kill
not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7, presently and for an indeterminate time, is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? Oh, we don't have any means of... yes, they said... This is Factor Metanier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot?
No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration. Anyway, need something, Commander?
The Crabble. The Star Wingers of the animal kingdom, but with goring...
Yes, right over here. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies. Wait, is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you?
We want answers, not a fight. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic call. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route. But fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing... The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operation. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch control. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not like... I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
Class of Anti-Fizzo's apologies and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
What say we change the subject? This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner, and my terms are quite straightforward.
There's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
So, yeah, has it been classified as an accident? Or as an attack? What I'd like to know is why our illustrious
What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate? Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared routine at the time. We launched It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened. I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. A transport pod full of Zeranium was fired from here, at Outpost Opportunity. A low-ranking scientician. Regrettably, that is all I know. The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean,
Well, running a manufactory must require extraordinary, fastidious
little good that's doing us now. Little good that'll do us when it
Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
And now,
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately. Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this. You have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast? I have no idea how this audio and data works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Scribbleda. Are you sure you didn't do something? I demand your unconditional surrender.
this one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly to talent over God.
Things have been a mite haywire.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha seized command of the system and locked herself in the She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office.
This is important. Would you describe the Varaki's glycerin as this?
No worries, no stress, no rum. Relax for success, no rum.
Slavering. Wanted to ask, how much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked. I shot it. There's poo all over the spot in a
2 exemplars, dead as Pythagoras.
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just fell wrong?
Factor said head
They're
on me.
hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. But we probably ought to tell you this too.
Apoplexy, whooping fits, childhood
Oh, hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. And who is that you brought with you? Ah, an Auntie's Choice craft and someone else. Another Earth Directorate agent.
Is she talking about me?
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a... Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this.
chronic itch, inflammation.
Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though there was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate thing. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you. And I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. Appreciate your help, dear. May the plan favor us against long odds.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Rest your tired head with the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You wanna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Just rest your tired head with the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep tight with sweet dreams.
Patrol's back, I hear.
Don't see Auntie's being too discreet.
Our Earth Director. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's Choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. I appreciate even your hesitant support.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. There should be ample time for regret later, dear. for now. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what a Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate over. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting...
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the... All right. There.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
But you want to eat something now. You would go for lunch with Boris Rockets. When your teeth is getting green and your wingers out of steam, recharge your toss for crew with Boris Rockets. Boris Rockets. Boris Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
Boulder sure has it out for that this year. Guess I would too if Alma had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
Locked and loaded. Just give me a signal.
You're looking pretty scathed. You mess with me. You get trapped still recharging. Prescription filled. You're looking a little woozy there, Commander. Anyone else? Here, that
Deals
Over here.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Well, in my professional opinion, based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush. Or both. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and works in operations, right? Always on. Well, that's about everything. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Fizzo, Spectrum Vodka. Red and green and black and blue,
Milky white and orange too.
yellow, even violet.
Spectrum makes you smile, yeah.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo, 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 Spectrum Vodka. Time to earn my commission.
Ready to take the heat.
You crave more colors through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectrum Vodka comes in brown.
All the colors, don't overthink it.
Tip it back and drink it, drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, glug it down. It's Fizzo's, Fizzo. We love Fizzo's, Fizzo's, Spectrum Vodka. Yeah. Looks like a fight.
Vodka's been in there a while.
Alva's been here for how many years?
Always account for standard deviation.
You'd think if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
Tip it up, plug it down.
It's Fizzo's, 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 Spectrum Vodka.
Ah, yes. Suppose I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by. Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zerain. Well, as a fellow student of science, you'll be especially interested in what I have to offer. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. Why, may deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
In last Sunday's weekend P&L report for the previous Saturday, we inadvertently misquoted a junior VP of conveyor sprocket lubrication and maintenance, blaming a belt drive starboard wing factory mishap for a 2% drop in daily space rivet production. Correction. The decline was only 1.8% and wholly due to human error. Moving on, a recent report on the new Sprats Up condiment substitute currently rolling out in test markets claimed the product has a might tangy 110% real Sprat flavor. Correction, Sprats Up actually contains real Sprat flavorings. Still a mite tangy though, that part's 110% correct. Okay, enough corrections. So we made a few mistakes, no need to keep harping on them for law's sake. Now, on to other things. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
You're tuned to wireless free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice, building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive? You may have heard that Auntie knows better than nature. Auntie offers over 1,000 different products and over 100 different brands.
Nature offers disease, predation, pestilence, and nasty little biting insects.
What does nature know? Auntie knows best. Choose Auntie's Choice. And now, back to it. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
Fizzos, fizzos, we love fizzos, fizzos, Spectrum vodka. Red and green and black and blue. Yellow, even violet.
Spectrum makes you smile, yeah.
Drink it, drink it.
Ah, you're back. Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. This is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. Something that makes one feel deserving. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past up. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with query. Now that you mention it, yes, I recall I must admit I haven't given the attack a single thought since. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly, or that is entirely. Like all of us, she You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and I am...
You crave more colors through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectrum vodka comes in brown.
All the colors, don't overthink it.
Tip it back and drink it, drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, glug it down. It's fizzos, fizzos, we love fizzos, fizzos, Spectrum vodka.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
It's fizzos, fizzos, we love fizzos, Spectrum vodka. It's fizzos, fizzos, we love fizzos.
And now it's available in mysterious murky brown.
Fizzos, Spectrum vodka.
Now, a catchy pitch.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never meant to. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
You need to make it better.
To your supervisor, you stay hungry.
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't... Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's what's inside and get back to our duty. Force first, oh force first, it's not the worst unless it's forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today. Tongues to sweet meats, lungs to hearts. They use the tastiest parts. Ears to hearts and rears to tits. Efficient meals means we make more bits. Forced first, oh forced first. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today. Bristle smoke in our gums with their proprietary whisker extraction. Pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there.
You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts.
You know, work in the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy holy cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Wurst.
That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving boost productivity at full burn in those small hours.
All right, enough yapping.
Minus bits.
Back to the factory floor.
From snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory baths into my tummy. New meat days can taste so yummy. Forced first, oh forced first. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today. Don't be a shirker, don't be a slob. Grab a can and get back on the job. It pours first. It's not the worst unless it's pours first.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Always account for standard deviation.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hype in these riffs. Naysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the worlds. Poppycock. Rifts present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a product for them. Rifts could be leveraged in negotiations or to gatekeep trade routes. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, think of it. That's your job, VPs. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction is the mother of invention, after all.
Now, on to other things. Now for something a little different, totally, if not thematically.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, Why, we were just...
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here? I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation...
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam L. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? I must admit, the rumors about your department... They said, if there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth, I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this.
A wise, good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all...
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with... years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco.
Enough, traitor. No more deception. No more lies.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her string.
Would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but beggars and choosers.
The Proctor left her terminal on.
Plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
Seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Auntie all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP, his muscle. Seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle.
This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors.
It's well past time for more merry melodies.
Num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum, relax with success. Num rum, num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum.
The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Supposing that means no joyrides and no scratching the paint? I can manage that.
Excellent.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today.
Tranquilization, so sweet and swift. Still be on time for your next shift. Num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum, relax with success. Num rum, num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum, relax with success. Num rum.
Out to the dedicated employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers fighting on behalf of individual freedom and personal responsibility. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent or guile.
Cause trouble and I will scold you. Chapter and verse.
Yeah. Don't keep you down and out. We say sweet success can be the best revenge. Raise your spirits high with liquid confidence. You know you're shooting to
Compensate us for our goodwill. Petty theft.
So take your shot, don't blow. Throw back a shot and throw. Gee whiz, that's surgery risky.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... Do you have a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed? I'm rather preoccupied at the moment. That's not making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench. Correct? In this case, standardize algorithms, which includes... Unfortunately, I find myself in the extremely unlikely, and thus, my dilemma. Many, unfortunately. In summary, many and varied. Alas, I lack the resources and time. I appreciate your input. Auntie's forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench. Despite the fact that that being said, we shouldn't need another trench. Our analysis shows us that Auntie's simply... However, there is a vanishingly slim chance that Auntie's has more resources in transit. Perhaps it would be advantageous to...
Internal records classify you a figure of ill repute.
Allow me, child. I have such an unproductive misuse of time.
But well, yes, quite right. The equation must take precedent.
Glad my decades wasted outwitting petty bureaucrats weren't utterly in vain.
You're listening to Wireless.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
And the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice. Improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. Following the cravenly untoward attack on Outpost Opportunity, Herbert Feld from the Department of Mock Civility and Tactical Confabulation has issued the following statement. Fellow employees, I share your umbrage and hunger for retribution against the perpetrators of this act. Such tactics are expressly prohibited per
Freelancer, please report to your assigned area and do not interrupt current operations.
Deplorable methods and means, it clearly notes throwing fuel at each other to be tacky, improvident, and mean. Having seen the results firsthand, we vociferously agree. Yet before you begin taking pot shots at presumed wrongdoers, I urge caution. For now, with a prodigious...
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontational, just to have something to do.
Do we believe them? Perhaps. Do we trust them?
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches. Halt! Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe to give a grip.
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend
Small, mixed metaphor. Attempting to summarize, maintain current levels of foam spec outrage. Don't shoot anyone yet. That's an order. More on this topic as it develops. Now, on to other things. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Corpificator at ready status.
Hey, got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about. Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
I will go in the red, Commander.
Knew you had my back.
Go for torpification.
We took express straight from a trap, then smash and flat and fry 'em.
Necessary precautions.
Crack crisp, 1,000% germ-free. 'Cause nothing survives when it's flash by 105 degrees.
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
What is your destination? Leaving with that hit will bring you in direct contact with the forces of Alt. Access to that area of this trench line.
Of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure. We're rushing it.
Move on, freelancer. I've been tasked with only treating enlisted personnel.
Notes will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's choice. We put the art in artificial.
Wait. The odds of your survival. Everyone is on edge since that last attack.
That is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes. You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing. You mean... you... Why, this is the greatest day of my life. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge. Well, always remember, good
This war
plumbing
cannot
starts
come
in
to
the
a
mouth.
conclusion soon enough.
I do not believe you have clearance to
Wartime
be
rations
here.
are making assignment in proximity to extremes even more unbearable reasons.
Down in the mine, some sugar little smoke. Forgot the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's clock, but exposed the mother lode. Accident
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Hostilities are afoot.
costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. But that's what your auto doc discounts for. Does that manager chance to take?
needs medical support.
The insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Thank you, dear. Still recharging, taking the fight out of them. You try to limit first damage, Commander. Medic, please!
Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire.
Don't forget to clean now. What can the pipe doctor do for you? I'm just a plumber. What do I know about human and you really very well. See you there.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best rates in sliced breadwork. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement.
Valued underlings, your Auntie Cleo needs to spark some combustion under a few listless posteriors. Listen in dreadful anticipation to my latest demotions report, starting with Aster Fiskwich, senior copywriter in invasive marketing, whose sloganeering was a bit too Tau-Ceti for the vibrant Arcadian market. You've gone stale, Aster. We can't exactly skip drive you back home, so you're demoted to Assistant VP of Vending Stock. Let's see if you can keep the Sprat crisps fresher than your advertising copy. Next, Russell Crocker in Morale Management. Dress codes for everyone's benefit, Russ. No shoes, no smock, no whole-side office with an Elysium view. Wear something nice and solvent-proof for your new role as Executive Drainage Manager in Recreant Reclamations and Artificial Additives. Remember, dress for the job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic for Auntie's management, I'd like to highlight Assistant Waste Disposal Officer Potter Flanderbilt for a job not well done. The only airlocks fit for trash disposal are those far from my office. Nothing ruins a view like a constellation of Sistybits bags. Now you're the assistant to the assistant. And that's enough negative reinforcement for now. Until next time, everybody do your jobs like your CEO is watching over your shoulder. Because I probably am. Bye now.
Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of Raptidons or some such.
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and every last bit of my way, every last bit that I'm made, every last bit that I save is intended for you. one that's brand new, 'cause I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Resorting to violence. Capacitor deployed.
Friendly approaching from the north. Home fire.
Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Gun weapon ready, Commander.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
He's just the best choice.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Arcadia, the voice of anti. You ain't work. Propagandists like to denigrate anti-choice brand comestibles while boasting about their own. Their products are healthier than ours. But did you know what excess consumption of protein? Nausea, halitosis, increased chance of renal failure, neoplasms. Is that right? According to certain sources.
Mobilizing.
See you.
Let's wrap this up.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Convincing points. Give me Auntie's Choice brand food products any day.
Same here, friend. And how? Okay, back to business. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Purple berry crunch. It's crispy and sweet. Perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or even with lunch. There's always time for purple berry crunch. Purple berry crunch. Spelled with a K. Because it is far more authentic that way. Purple berry crunch is for you and for me. And as always, it is parasite free.
Investigating hostile intentions. Corpificator is charged. Corpification in progress. Locking. I'll handle this. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch. There's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is parasite-free.
That was sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Hey, you there! Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further. Wow, that's large! It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. It's an old and sweet Belvedere stout. When they see me coming, they shout. Perchance a glance at me with these, they know that I'm a VIP. It's a Westwood stout. They says it's right that I'm one top bonafide in any crowd. I'm sure to stand out with it going for Belvedere stout.
Nothing, I guess. Well, damn it!
Enter your belt.
Fist in my
Lock the
pants.
stock.
Proceeding to attack. Suffered extensive damage, Personnel. You try to limit further damage, Commander.
Take the dream attack.
Standing by to stupefy.
They did me in. Help me out.
One place. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
To limit further damage, Commander. for torpification. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Be a raptor in the slipstream.
Standing by to stupefy. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. Medic, please!
Nobody around. Ready to waste them. On your command.
Well, trust anti-chemicals purge. Far better than natural cures.
Thank you.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Let me know.
Opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia. Featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals. Only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it so now, from Protectorate territory. Frontline
Torpification in progress. There be none.
leader, yet he is
Commander, throwing energy your way.
Seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story? Is he anti-
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Console. He's supposed to be involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret.
Energy.
I wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the big soft pieces, but
appreciate a little help, Commander.
The real story.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. I would not refuse medical support.
Tell your parts. Get Adrena time. Get happy. Perfect 10-step plan.
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Thank you. Capacitor unit away.
Every last bit of my way, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that
Negative. Recharge incomplete. Torpificator is charged.
you'll be mine. Someday for now I'll take one.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Yearning for you.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Torpificator at ready status. Consider self-preservation a priority.
Give the order, and I'll take care of this, Commander.
May be high. One day, I know you'll be mine. Till then, I will be true. There's nothing I wouldn't do. I've been yearning and yearning for all of you.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists: advertising. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's Choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Fine. Let us proceed.
I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Ba-do-ah-do-ah-do-bop. The flavor that lasts and the taste you can't top, from that first smooth inhale to the very last. Try Bubblegum Slims.
Try Bubblegum Slims. But rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend. Try Bubblegum Slims. Try Bubblegum Slims.
It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's two treats in one. A double thriller. So make your mouth happy while your satisfaction doubles. No boring old smoke rings. You'll be blowing smoke bubbles. Ba-do-bop.
At home or at work, by the pack or the case.
It's the bubbly perk that will pick up your pace.
It's Bubblegum Slims. Try Bubblegum Slims today. Ba-do-wop, ba-yada-ba-ba. doo bop, doo wop, ba ya da 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 doo. Ba doo ba doo ba doo wop, doo bop, bop bop, bop, doo 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 ba doo ya, ba ba doo ba doo wop, ba ba doo wop, bop, ba doo wop, ba ba doo wop, doo. Oh, bubblegum, 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 bubblegum.
Rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend.
Try bubblegum slims, try bubblegum slims.
It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's two treats in one, a double thriller. So make your mouth happy while your satisfaction doubles.
Satisfaction doubles. Instead of boring old smoke rings, ooh,
you'll be blowing smoke bubbles, blowing smoke bubbles.
Ba-doo-wop. Full flavor that lasts and a taste you can't top.
From that first smooth inhale
to the very last, try bubblegum slims. Bubblegum slims, oh bubblegum slims. It's filled with flavor. Bubblegum slims, try slims. Today.
Flavor won't stop till the very last.
On this episode of Big Gain Hunter, we take you to the battle-worn planetoid of Eden, where Auntie's invasion is currently in process.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks. Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Oh, don't spill a drop of that arachnid discharge. And what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you. But what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Adrenatime. Work harder, not smarter. I'm on Paradise Island, on the Elysium moon of Eden. A scenic piece of real estate, if you don't mind the occasional minefield. Pardon our dust. We'll spruce up the place once our takeover's done. For now, let's turn our attention to this episode's Leviathan crustacean, the Crabble. Think of crabbles as the star wingers of the animal kingdom, but with goring horns and bottomless bellies. They're omnivorous, a 10-bit word that means everything's on the menu. From your head to your boots. Not a pleasant way to go. Here on Eden, we find a few breeds. The Hammerclaw is a hull-headed rascal, lives up to its name, packs a wallop up close. The Bullet Claw breed lobs plasma from its claw joints. They'll get you coming and going. You'll find various breeds adapted to their environments across Arcadia. Use your upper story when loading up for a hunt. Consider the habitat. Crabbles on Paradise Island hate a good jolt. Really sticks in their claw. My security team tells me we'll find a herd of Hammerclaws on yonder beach. Let's go close the deal. Huh. Beach is empty. Not a creature is stirring. Someone on my team is getting quite the vigorous dressing down. Wait, what's that in the sand? They dig! They can burrow! Underhanded rascals! Security team! Shoot them! How could you let anything that big sneak up on me? All right, okay, I'm fine. Just let's crack the shell and see what's inside. crabble meat is fragrant and inedible. The chemistricians in anti-R&D can process that goop into flavorings and hygiene products. Fat lot of good that does you in the field. Resourceful types can shuck crabbles for their shells and plasma glands. Good crafting fixins. You're limited only by your ingenuity and risk tolerance for being clawed to pieces. I've had enough of that for one hunt. So with that, I raise a glass of Anti-Fizzo's Crabble Juice and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
Next up, something else. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly, through talent or guile.
Round the year of 55, on Old Towsheddy Prime, a mile beneath the methane ice, way down in the mine, some sugar little smoke forgot the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's block, but exposed the mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. But that's what your auto doc discounts for. Not so long ago, on a tidally locked moon, some greenhorn tripped a valve in a chemical plant gloom. Brown sludge flooded the place. The vat manager chanced the taste. He didn't survive, but now we've got an instant force low pay. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose on the job. Sometimes getting
Three hole in the head. Come back.
It's done. Mitigating them. Locking them down.
Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I could help you with...
Mobilizing. Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Test subject for Sunday.
Not getting up with that?
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Hats off to Walker. One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear.
I'll handle this.
That keeps minds crystal clear. If something works all day, but they shoot on their brain. One recent fiscal year, tick workers into gear. And we ask for new stim that keeps minds crystal clear. Yes, worked all day, but they shit out all their brave. Resenting liftoff laxative hooray. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to floor workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs a normal egg, sometimes even more. But that's what your auto dock discounts for. Accidents happen. It's part of the job.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it...
Any luck with the sprat hunt? I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No, word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the
Carlson Fidel, thinking of their family in Halcyon. Let's hope our War of Liberation brings the brave employees of said colony the products they need to survive in time. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think.
Ruth Bassan is the first among equals of the
Selection from Anti the Music.
She will raise humanity.
Dramatization of Anti's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the right long lift on the ACS Undisputed Claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our great new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runner who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Spacer's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's Choice?
Humanity to perfection.
And this is what she said to me.
My time is yours. You may...
The old corporate thinking will only leave you singing. And listen, child, and take it straight.
How about that? Me, a real doctor and everything.
Makes you 100
times. The meaning of life is in remember. And we are the keepers.
She said, be the you that you would be if you were any better. Get some get up and go. You get up and go get her. Choose measurements or impediments. Improve yourself, enhance the whole.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's